Here's hoping this game is gonna look fire, because I would love to play a Harry Potter game that looks like this. I mean, not that looks like this because we haven't seen anything yet, but I would love to play a Harry Potter game that essentially lets you create a character, lets you choose or have the game choose what group you go into, and then you go and level up and you can combat against other people online. You could say kind of like an MMO, but just literally just have it be just like
Wands at the ready.
you would imagine,
State of Play is back
you know, like
with
in
an
the
in-depth
school.
look at the magic brewing in Hogwarts Legacy.
You know, you would be doing PvP stuff or whatever, PvP stuff in the morning or whatever, then PvE shit, missions and other stuff once, you know, classes are over, kind of like the movies were. It would be great. Let's see. It just started. Happy St. Patty's Day, by the way. Fucking 2 hours past the delivery time for today. Like, what the fuck? Let's just focus up a little bit though. I want to see this. I want this to be so good. Full 1080, man. Come on, stop it.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Welcome to Hogwarts
Okay, we got the
Legacy.
school grounds.
You're a new student.
That's
at
exactly
the
what I
famed
wanna
School
see,
of
the school
Witchcraft and
grounds.
Wizardry, with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world. But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to
Okay,
be.
that's what I thought. Create a character.
When you arrive at
Tons of
Hogwarts,
people are
you'll
being
be
triggered right
sorted
now
into
because
one
they're
of
not
the
showing
4
white people.
Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you were starting Hogwarts late as a 5th year.
So you are the new student.
You'll begin your studies attending Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Herbology, and Potions classes, to name a few.
I'm wondering if this is going to be a live service game. I kind of want it to be, no lie.
Rose in our garden.
Shall we begin? Welcome to
Only
year
because a
5
game
of
like
Charms.
this
Now,
could
this will
benefit
be
from
a
just having a
crucial
lot
year
of players
in your
online, you
education
know.
on the art of charm work. But I
If it's
am
not, then
confident
whatever.
that we will
It's
take hold
fine. I'll play
with
it.
the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
You may begin.
Thank God they didn't include like move support or some stupid
Potion
shit.
is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Here, you'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments, and mysteries. You'll discover dungeons and secret passageways, as well as challenging puzzles that will require magical skill and a clever mind to solve.
That's not a puzzle. He just literally just interacted with the thing.
Locations you've never been able to explore before.
Jerk off in the tub with moaning Myrtle while she moans in your ear, and you bust nuts.
Most of your professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
All in good fun. Once Sir Patrick
Nearly headless Nick.
suffering is sure to win them over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum. One's designed to help you catch up with the other fifth years at your own speed.
Lumos.
See, I like the idea that specific magic does specific things. I just hope they have more than one function.
Schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force. Powerful goblins.
That's kind of fire, actually. The goblins are using magic to be able to, like, conjure bigger goblin attacks.
In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark wizards.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction.
This reminds me so much of
Who is this child? Do you not telling me?
what's the game? Shh. The fucking Lord of the Rings game. Like the orcs, they were like so expressive and shit like that. And this, it seems like they're doing the same thing for the goblins. Never mind me, by the way. I'm sipping on some vodka and diet soda.
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive abilities, including blasting curses, stunning spells, enchanted weaponry, and more. While some may attack directly, others might enchant and incapacitate you. Mastery of the shield charm allows you to deflect ranged spells and direct weapon strikes. Counterattack
Decapto.
stunning charms, allowing you to follow up with extended
Buttholio.
combinations.
Finger Buttholio.
Students who become particularly adept at spellcasting will find many ways to exploit their enemy's weakness.
I like that. You know, for a second I was thinking like, man, there's a lot of like just waving a wand around, you know, for a game, and it's like, can it really feel visceral? But stealing weapons and attacking enemies back with them is it's a good idea. Ooh, yo, he was slamming the shit out of that little dude, man. I like that.
Mixing and matching dozens of spells will let
Pull,
you define your
right?
combat
You got like, how would you call it?
on your
Lift.
path to become the ultimate
You got
duelist.
pull. You got projectiles. You can slam. You can take weapons. Defend. I'm not gonna lie, this shit looks kind of fire.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your
I just
own
hope
side.
that it. I just hope that it is.
In addition to classes
I
and
hope that it's
spells,
not like
you'll have access
fucking
to a deep set of
like
upgrades,
actually
talents,
whack or
and
nothing.
skills to
Just
aid your progression.
get a 7.5 and I'm good.
Complete challenges throughout
Get an
the
8,
world
I'm
to
very
gain
happy.
experience. Level up your
Not that I
abilities
need it
by
to be
choosing talents
reviewed
upgrade
to
your
that scale,
spells,
but
plants,
I like to have a
potions to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your playstyle.
like, you
to
know,
allow you to
a
focus on
gauge.
your favorite types of magic. You can also loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear.
Loot. Loot boxes.
Your offensive and defensive capabilities in
Now be like, and the game will be free to play. Free to play online, shared world. That's what I want it to be, really. Just be this good in quality and be free to play online.
As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education.
Or not, you know, it doesn't have to be.
Progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions.
I just like when games like this are like that and they're good, so that I can just play with my friends. You know, there's no barrier of entry.
Magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay. You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting enemies.
Mm-hmm. That's in canon.
In this class, you will learn about a variety of magical beasts you might encounter, both at school and as you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
Learning and mastering broom flight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more.
This is a good rendered world. I like the way it looks.
You're despicable.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions. And over time, you'll learn their stories.
This is our chance.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts.
That was some stupid shit because she like held the door. She could have totally hold it open for him because she used very little force to keep it open for herself. What a bitch.
We've been over this, boy. Figs cannot reverse a curse.
With a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you...
Why does this look like Avengers?
You'll meet these students.
This looks like the same people who made Avengers made this. At least character-wise. You know, character, human face, art style.
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement.
I know this well.
You're introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you.
I see you need a 24-hour potion for only 20 pieces of gold.
To sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear.
Look at that, 24 minutes. I already see it. It's gonna have microtransactions. They're definitely gonna sell you shit to speed up the time on things. 100%, 100%. Fucking 24-minute timer on a potion, bro. No. Buy permanent upgrades to make sure that all of your things will brew faster.
Not everything you need on your journey is available at Hogwarts.
Hogsmeade.
Visit the nearby wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require.
Man, I'm really hoping this has like a online open world where, like, not open world, but while you're doing your stuff, you will see other players running around. It really feels like a game that needs that.
But
You know?
also has its dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards, emboldened by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts. You must avoid them or defeat them. As you explore, you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school year progresses, dynamic seasons and climates will fill the sky with lightning or sunshine, or coat the ground with snow or rain. Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories to tell, and missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student at Hogwarts. Magical beasts roam the lands outside the castle walls. Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers and their traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health.
That's some shit from the fucking
But there
What's
are
this
things
trash
beyond
movie called?
your understanding
The Beasts?
in the world as well. Dungeons and vaults hold perilous threats and
Dungeons. All right. You got me. Fake Dark Souls. I like that. Magical, just magical Dark Souls. Abracadabra.
Master spells. Befriend new allies. Journey across a landscape never seen before. Uncover ancient secrets. Combat mystical.
Not for nothing, the game looks really good. I'm just scared that it's like the wrong type of monetized game, live service game. Like, if you have to buy this game for $60 and then it's full of microtransactions, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. Lots of people are gonna get like turned off by that, and they're gonna complain. If it's just a free-to-play game with all these type of things, then that's different.
That was your first extended look at
You know?
Hogwarts legacy.
I don't know.
Now let's hear from the real wizards and witches behind the game.
Fantastic. I thought this was gonna be just that.
The attention to detail and the passion and the love for this brand that the team has
Goddamn.
is astonishing.
Our team is so excited to take all of the love that they put into this as fans and give it to fans.
But is it a free-to-play game or a full-price game? Or a full-price game with microtransactions? Like, forward. Is it a microtransactions forward $60 game? This is what I need to know now.
Do was harness those elements and build a game out of it.
100%, they're never gonna say anything about it on this. I bet you they don't say a single thing about it, because they're like, no, people they're chomping at the dick for Harry Potter content, for a Harry Potter game like this. So they don't care. They just want to see that it looks good and looks like the movies.
Really feels authentic.
Bringing to life just the charm.
But is the game $60 or free to play, or $60 with microtransactions? Answer me, bitch. Answer me, other dude, douchebag.
Perfect handshake between the two.
Or is it like Avengers, where you have a single player game that stops at some point to push you into multiplayer with microtransactions?
Get to touch it, walk around it.
You've got all these elements that can come together to create this amazing AAA open world action RPG.
When it comes to the open world, we just knew it wasn't going to be enough.
When it comes to open world.
But the final question that fans ask is, what's beyond that?
No, the fucking final questions we're asking is it a $60 product? Or is it free to play? Or is it $60 story mode, stops you halfway through to play online with forced microtransactions?
Opportunities and ways to explore the world. You're going to see different stories that are really exclusive to who you were in the world.
Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who is starting at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th year, which is very unusual. So already there's a bit of an edge and a bit of a mystery.
The original story.
Oh, you're starting off as a 5th year, so you have to catch up, which means you have to pay to catch up. I'm on to you. I'm on to you, man. Don't even. I know it's coming.
We're able to sort of create a space that's their own. Fans of the series will know that ancient magic has been around for a long time, to say the least, and that Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic. And the player has the ability to sense it.
You're fucking boring me. Why are they showing these old people in suits?
Started with rereading the books. And over development, we reread the books many times. Every time we'd start with a new feature, we'd dig into that. And then beyond, we would go into the films.
Oh, man.
Being able to put our own
Okay, we get it. You recreated the game, the world of the movies in the game, right? And then everything that people complained about that wasn't in the movies, that are in the books, you're going to do and recreate as well
to the world that we know,
which is cool.
fans will recognize.
But is it a $60 game? Is it free to play? Is it a $60 game with a 10-hour campaign that pushes you into a microtransaction forward multiplayer setting?
In the wizarding world, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it all and grounds all these characters and grounds all these figures? And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself. That school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry.
These guys are fucking stupid, and this video is dumb. Well, we were wondering what's the one thing in Harry Potter that brings everything together in like one central place, you know, where everyone could be and stories could all converge.
Because you're gonna have to walk it.
And of course, again, Sentient Castle. It's
Hogwarts. It's oh my god, we've cracked it. Fucking Hogwarts. You mean the centralized fucking place in all of the stories and the movie? You fucking cunts.
That are only mentioned in the books or just alluded to, and we have to make the connective tissue that brings all of it together.
That guy looks like Abe Vigoda. If you don't know who Abe Vigoda is, you probably didn't watch a lot of Conan O'Brien, and you didn't watch whatever movies he was in, because I don't remember, because that was too long ago. I'm getting bored already. I really am. Every time I watch these type of stupid presentations, it makes me sleepy when they're so fucking boring, and you're just boring me. Get out of here, Kathleen Kennedy.
45 minutes because it's so beautiful.
The community is absolutely going to love Hogwarts Legacy.
It's gonna be so fun.
Get that letter to Hogwarts and go to Hogwarts.
We're so excited for people to
How much is that letter?
inhabit it, to actually enter the Hogwarts that we built. This is your Hogwarts legacy.
Harry Potter Legacy. Harry Potter 8 film collection now streamable on HBO Max.
State of play. Our team is so grateful for the
What is the fucking price?
that all of you bring.
What is the game? What style of game is this? You have not showed enough content technically of things away from the school for me to believe that this is not a microtransactions monetized video game.
For the magic to come. See you next time.
They never say whether it's just single player. They never say whether it's multiplayer. They vaguely show shit. All I want to say is I would love to play this game, but I would love to know what kind of game this is first. I need to know. I can't just blindly go and fucking buy this game based on the fact that it's Harry Potter. You get to play Harry Potter third person. You know, create a character. You got there's dungeons, there's classes, there's a school, there's Hogsmeade. But is it multiplayer? Is it single player only? Is it free to play? Does it cost money? Does it cost money and also cost you more money because half of the game is designed for them to charge you more money? What is this? They never explain anything. They just say you can fly, you can magic, you can hide in the room of requirement. And that room of requirement shit is really the most suspicious part. It's the most suspicious part about it. I'm gonna go find it right now, actually. Where's the room of requirement? When they start showing shit with times on it, and it's not like they're saying, oh, this is gonna take like 5 minutes. No, it says 25 minutes. You're not gonna stand around and watch that shit for 25 minutes. You go off and you go do a mission. Your mission might be 20 minutes, 25. It could, you know, a mission could take about that long, but usually you might want to you're probably doing that so that you can use it on the fucking mission. And you're not telling me there's enough content in the world to make up for all that time that you need to wait for. It just looks like a time gate. It looks like a time gate for something you can purchase to make shit faster. All right, so let's pause this. No. Go back. Stop trying to play with me. Resources required, blah, 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 blah. I like how they say 959.40, which is showing like this character has enough to do whatever they want. A T-shaped table with 3 burners to brew potion. Potion station budget. Progress room of progress room of requirement missions to increase the budget.
You're introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you.
Bro. You see that? This is what I call 100%. This room of requirement is going to be monetized. Obviously, you can see that he can collect ingredients, right, for brewing things, probably for buffs, temporary buffs. Guaranteed it won't be for creating spells. These are going to be for temporary buffs and potions, right? Grabs one, boom, there's only one. There's a mandrake, boom. Look at that, 25 minutes. In what style of game do they ever give you a time gate of 25 fucking minutes for anything? Unless it's microtransactioned out the fucking ass.
Provides it for you.
Visibility potion, pick it up.
Since you need
Chinese chomping cabbage. This ferocious blah blah blah. Growth time 25 minutes.
Your peers, the room provides space for you to.
You know, the only way I can see this not having microtransactions to speed up any of this shit is if those potions last long, right? They have to last long and they have to be strong. You know, they have to be worth that time.
Sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear. A helpful house elf named Deek helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it? Deek isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
You can freely customize this space to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
I don't know, man. I'm more suspicious the longer I watch this shit. Where's the create a character part? I want to see whether it was mentioned if you pick where you want to be put, or if it's automatic, like it's just chosen like it should be.
Manipulate in the wizarding world, cover what's behind of the entire. But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to be. When you arrive at Hogwarts, you will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin.
Okay, it says you will be sorted.
Settle into your dormitory, you will
All right, at this point, oh god, I'm not gonna be on this stream the whole entire time. This was just for this PlayStation shit. This is what I will say. For the Hogwarts shit, it looks like a game I would like to play. There's a lot of different things that they show that intrigues me a lot. But they don't mention certain core things, and they show things that make me think that it's going to be full of microtransactions. If not at the beginning, it's going to be a portion of the game, especially that room of requirement, just based on time gates of 25 minutes to grow something or whatever. Unless the game has that much content that you can just grow shit, and whatever you grow and whatever you make with whatever you're growing is that potent that it needs to, you know, not be abused by having that amount of time to grow it, to make those things. I think it's just ass to the walls full of microtransactions, and this game looks too good to be a free-to-play game. You know? It looks too good to be a free-to-play game, so I just fear that it's going to be $60 or it's going to be $70, whatever they want to charge for this type of shit. And on top of that, they're putting crazy time gates for stuff that you need to be doing in-game to help you play, you know, to help you do better, to help you play easier and whatnot. But it's like blended really well into the gameplay. They're just like, oh, well, You don't want to grind for 12 hours to be able to like Wingardium Leviosa that motherfucker through a wall. Okay, craft some potions. They're really strong. Oh, you don't want to wait 24 minutes for this one ingredient, and then you go do a mission, and then you have to get another ingredient that's gonna, another thing that, you know, another seed to grow another ingredient that might take another 25 minutes, and this and that. Just pay us. Give us $1 and you'll instantly have that ingredient per ingredient. And that's fucking stupid. That's what it's looking like from what I can see. If it was just a straight up free to play game, I would have no issue with this because that's how free to play games work. It's free to start technically, and then you know, if there are things you want and things you want to speed up, you pay the money for it. This is not looking like that. I don't see cosmetics. I see time gates on crafting. And that's a big part of a lot of games where they want to just extract as much money as possible. And I'm not fucking with it. It just seems stupid. I need to see more. I don't know if that's the case. I have no idea. I don't know if it's multiplayer. I don't know if it's single player. I don't know anything about it besides what they're showing. It looks pretty. They're showing a lot of pretty things. The second video they had afterwards after the gameplay was a bunch of old people saying a lot of shit that we already fucking know. You know, saying a lot of stupid shit that literally is just they needed something to fill out this time slot for the state of play. But here's hoping it's going to be good. Here's hoping it's going to be a full-on game that you pay for. You don't have to pay for microtransactions. Or it's a free-to-play game and you pay microtransactions money. I mean, you have that available to you. Or, you know, you can pay for those type of things. But it's free to start it up.